Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing morning update. I see overnight we had some random phenomenal pumps. Bitcoin pumped back up, and if you take a look at it, it bounced off that lower support line down now. An XRP future millionaire. If you're out there, call your fucking brother, okay? Call your brother when you wake up and you see this, okay? It's very important, okay? Yeah, you must call your brother, Mr. XRP Future Millionaire. You can see, I don't know why I had that down there. For whatever reason, we had that down there last night. I'm not exactly sure why. But you can see it bounced back up to the moving average. And now we'll see today if you can't fight back over that moving average and bounce up into here today. Or you just roll back over into the 200-day and then come down further to the technical target down there, right? We'll keep an eye on that. But the more exciting news, the Doge. Right? The Doge is more exciting. Yes, it is. By far, it's the most exciting coin of the morning. You can see it's school traffic time because we were way late for work. You can see we popped back up to that green ring or whatever that green line is over there. I think it's a green support, upper resistance support line. Wicked up to there with phenomenal volume spike in the daily. I mean, that's the biggest volume spike you've had in quite some time. Never mind, it's a phenomenally gross volume spike. That leads me to believe this is going to sell off. Quick analysis. This morning, it's all about quick analysis, right? It's been a phenomenally frustrating morning this morning. So you can see there, you had that phenomenal spike. Probably squeeze some short sellers out of the market, turn them into buyers, pump the price up farther, right? Now that phenomenally gross, useless volume spike that increased the price up to here. But congratulations to anybody that got into that and has flipped a quick swing trade into a 30% profit. It's a phenomenal trade. You should be proud of yourself. Now I would look to see today, do you do this and come up there, or do you come down there? That's what I'd be looking for, to see how that interacts with itself. Pay close attention to that nonsense, right? What else do we got? Do one more fucking coin. Do fucking XRP. It hasn't really done anything. Maybe this will pump too for you guys today. You guys keep fucking wanting it to pump. And it did. I was going to mention that last night when it dumped. That is a logical, classic, hook-nosed Jew, bearish retest reversal pattern, right? Where you break down out of that descending triangle and then you come back up and you back test at what used to be lower support. And then if it's probably going to act as upper resistance. And I would think it's going to come back down now. That's what usually happens. They like to do that when they break out of a pattern, because you did break out of that descending triangle up there, right? You hit that technical target. We'll move that out of the way. You see that? See right there? You hit the technical target to a T. It's a phenomenal call. That descending triangle we were on for, 5 days. Nailed it beautifully. All these shysters out there thought that wick was to initiate a big pump, but Vincenzo knew the descending triangle was going to break down, and it did. And now just pay attention to see if it can't bust back above that upper resistance, which is that horizontal line sitting at about $1.06, where it got phenomenally rejected by this morning. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing. We'll have some more updates later on as we shake out some early morning nonsense that we had to deal with to start this chilly 46-degree late October, mid-autumn, approaching late autumn in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois, right? Very frustrating morning. We are going to have to shake it all out and quote-unquote bail some motherfuckers out, right? Figuratively and literally bail them out. All right. As I digress here on my frustrating morning, you guys are just going to be a phenomenal audience and kind of deal with it. What else do we got? Fucking oil. I'm telling you guys about this too. Why I'm frustrated. I'm telling everybody you're fucking Joe Biden is gonna fuck you on this oil shit, right? Fucking told you. I fucking told you. This is actually a lot tighter. This is in there. Fuck, these Illinois lights are incredibly frustrating, right? They last 17 hours. You need 17 fucking street lights on each fucking post. Because you got lights to turn right, lights to turn left, lights to go straight, lights to go right, lights to go straight, lights to go right when the person going left is going. It's fucking stupid. So fuck. Anybody in my audience in Illinois, comment down below. Why do you live in the state of Illinois? Was it by default and you just can't get the fuck out? Like, why would you? And if you choose to live here, like you moved here, what the fuck is going on in your life where you would say, you know what? My state sucks. Let's go to Illinois. I mean, it's only going to get better there. I mean, besides my states that, I mean, if you're moving from a state to try to go to a better one, California, Illinois, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, Washington and Oregon, and Maryland. Would never recommend moving if you think your state sucks. Never recommend moving to those states because they're only that much worse. Like, you have to be clinically insane and mentally retarded to move from, say, California and move to Illinois for a better state. Or you're going to leave North Dakota to come to Illinois because you don't like the state of North Dakota with their politics. This state is fucking horrible. But I've been telling you shysters that this fucking Joe Biden was going to cripple what we had for 3 short years, finally under Trump. Energy independence. Where we didn't have to depend on OPEC and Russia, right? For oil and natural gas. We did it. Yeah, we did it the phony way by printing money because it's very expensive. But we didn't need these shysters to keep our oil and supply us with the natural resources that we need to sustain life during the harsh winter months and most of the continental U.S. and lower 48. It's very harsh winters. Even when they're mild, they're cold. You're not going to live in a house without heat in Michigan, even in the mildest winter on record. If you have it, you're still going to need heat or you'll freeze to death because it's cold. Still in the 20s, still in the 30s for highs. You still get snow. You still get some days where it's single digits. Even in a mild winter, you freeze to fucking death. And what if you shysters voted into office? You want uneducated communist. This shyster that has crippled our energy independence, the same as Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan's done to the great state of Michigan, right? And this oil is going to keep going up. There's nothing that's going to put oil down. The whole economy can come to a screeching halt, and they can lock down the world into a state of permanent communism because of the Delta super variant plus multiplication exclamation point mega block variant. And oil would still skyrocket because you got too much fucking money in the system. You're printing too much money. When you go to the store and the shelves are empty, the problem's not there's not enough money. There's obviously plenty of fucking money when all the products are off the shelf. The problem is you got too much fucking money, and the result of that is you ain't got no shit on the shelves to buy, you fucking morons. Look at all these fucking scumbags at the store with their 9 and 10 grocery carts, 4, 5, and 6 carts, grabbing any and every fucking thing off the shelf because they got the bridge card and they're getting pumped in free money. They used to only be able to buy 1.5 grocery carts a month on the state and federal government with their food stamps, right? These ogres, massive human beings with IQs of 16 to 25, well below functional retard, massively overweight, gargantuan beast of humans, just zombie-like creatures, grabbing and hoarding and consuming everything off the shelf they possibly can at one time. And now they're getting more and more funds. So now instead of 1.5 carts, they're taking 6, 7. You just watch these people go into the Walmart's the best. Walmart sucks. It's a disgusting store. I do not shop there, but I often walk through there just to watch these ogres and massive human beings consume using government funds And then there's nothing on the shelves now because they have enough money to get 6 carts. And they're just piling shit everywhere into that cart. Not even looking at what it is. Grabbing it off the shelf and throwing it in the cart. Just so they can consume it into their mouths later. Right? Massive consumption by these disgusting human beings that don't produce a fucking thing except collect a government check. And then when the shelves are empty, like three straight shelves, whole aisles empty at the Walmart yesterday as I was watching these massive human beings, zombie-like creatures, wobble their way through the store, just consuming off the government taxpayer dime, right? And then people think the problem is there's not enough money. Problem is there's not enough stuff, you fucking morons. What is this, the Soviet Union in the 1960s, 70s, where they would use their state-run propaganda and show their shelves in the stores full of merchandise. Full of the same 2 brands of merchandise. Or show our shelves full with hundreds of different things, styles of rice and beans, 62 flavors of ice cream, right? 150 different flavors of cereal. And the Soviet Union propaganda, the communist propaganda would say the problem in America is they got too much stuff and not enough money, right? They're all broke because evil capitalism has taken all the money and the corporations have it all so they can put all these beautiful flavors and products. If you like this, you can find a product that you like in anything, any flavor and brand that you want. The problem is an evil capitalist, the shitbag workers beat down in the alleys are broke and they can't afford the products, therefore the shelves are full. False. The reality was capitalism created so much wealth and entrepreneurship and independence and freedom that you could have 78 flavors of fucking ice cream, 61 flavors of toothpaste, 900 different flavors of, yeah, that's right, bottled water, right? And then the Soviet Union had nothing on the shelves. They had lines for days for bread, for grain, for clean water, essentials to live. Well, many of them had starved to death. They didn't have any of the essential water and food. And the Soviet Union there, with their state-run propaganda, said unlike the greedy, evil, capitalist, free America, where they have all those products but no money to buy it and they're dying. They're starving to death even though they got all them products on the shelves that are full. Our shelves are empty and you're waiting days for bread, for a couple pieces of bread and maybe an egg. Because we got all this money and no products. No. The problem was you had full government control. That price and wage control fixed everything. Therefore, you had product shortages and you had nothing. It was a disaster. A lot of people died. It was a horrible regime. And now you scumbags in America, as you massively zombie consume the deteriorating and increasingly empty shelves, you think the problem in America is we just don't have enough fucking money because the evil, greedy capitalists that like freedom stole all the money, right? You fucking jabronis. Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing out. Peace and love. Peace and love.